Young man Kendall, Banya the Howard, Banya Shala.
Young man Kendall, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Yahba Shem Yah Shai Brakatah.
Yahba Shem Yah Shai Brakatah. Here, slide here. Let me get that for you.
I don't know where to cup it.
Right here.
What?
Say,
Laya
hold
Shala.
up.
Laya Shala. Laya Shala.
Laya Shala.
You closed it. Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Already. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right shoulder.
Oh, let me do that one more time. Yeah, it's right there. He's good. He's still up.
All right.
All right.
A whole bunch of blood, sweat, and tears went into making that. This is blood and sweat and tears.
All right. Amadyam. Yapan Wahakwadam. Sar. That means turn to face the east. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Lashawan Kodash. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashamayim.
Shabashamayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak with Ka.
Malak with God.
Saba'ah.
Saba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathalanoah.
Thalanaw.
Lacham.
Lacham.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalachlanaw.
Wasalaknaw.
Kabawathnaw.
Kawawathnaw.
Kasalachnaw.
Kasalaknaw.
Kabawathinaw.
Kawawathinaw.
Wala'ah.
Walala.
Tabaya'anaw.
Tabi'ayanaw.
Banasayawan.
Banasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanaw.
Hawashayanaw.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Walala.
Wathapa'arath.
Watapara.
La'aiwalamyam.
Laiwalamyu.
Aman.
Aman.
And what we said was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth,
as
it is in heaven.
it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not. Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us. From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Next up is the power prayer. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'asham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kushah.
Nathalanoah.
Lathalanaw.
Hakak.
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 Lara Pa'ah.
La Rapa'ah.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
That's a har.
That's a har.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakuyim.
Lahakwim.
Hamathium.
Amathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al-Rakawat.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
And what we said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Next up is the blessings prayer. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Wamayaka'ala.
Wamayaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'a.
Matazab Ya'a.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapyum.
Ha Alawapium.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Aquatazayanyum.
Aquatazanyum.
Hakal Yayoyum.
Akal Yaoyum.
Wa Akwathium.
Ha Akwathium.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
And what we said was, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captain.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Next up is Psalm chapter 121. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al Haharyam.
Al Haharyam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yatan.
Al-Yatan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shalamar.
Yasharala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyamka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarach.
Wayarak.
Bala Yala.
Baya Yala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'athka.
Taza'athka.
Waba'wa'aka.
Wa'atka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'aid.
Wa'aid.
Iwalam.
Iwalam.
And what we said was, I will lift up my eyes into the hill.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
All right. Last prayer is Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Thakarash.
Al Thakarash.
Al Thashakwat.
The Al Thashakwat.
Al Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Imaka.
Al Imaka.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakah Yadam.
Wanakath Yadam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yashal.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Baryath.
Baryath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalya.
Ahalya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamayala.
Wa Yashamayala.
Yam Mawa'aba.
Wa Mawabwa.
Wa Hagarium.
Wa Hagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imalak.
Wa Imalak.
Palashath.
Palashath.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya, Lawat,
Labanya, Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Bayan,
Da'ara,
the Ira,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Dama,
La'adama,
La'adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yab Mawa,
Yab Mawab,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakazaaba,
Wakazaaba,
Wakazabach,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazalmanai,
Wakatazalmanai,
Kal,
Kal,
Nasayakamwa,
Nasayakamwa,
Ashar,
Aishar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ah,
Ah,
Na'awat,
Na'awat,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagalgala,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rawacha,
Rawahwa,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Thaba'ira,
Tabaira,
Ya'ira,
Yahaira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tharadapma,
Tharadapma,
Basairaka,
Basairaka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapathka,
Thabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Malala,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kualawan,
Kualawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bakwashwa,
Bakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Bahalwa,
Bahalwa,
Ayaid,
Ayaid,
Waya,
Waya,
Kaparwa,
Kaparwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Abadwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Da'aiwa,
the Iwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kalha,
Al-Kaha,
Arataza.
Arataza.
And what we said was, keep not thou silence,
Keep not thou
Keep
silence,
thou
O
silence,
Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still,
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
for lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted
and cons-
and consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
but the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gebal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur has joined with them.
Ashur has joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kaisan,
at the brook of Kaisan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at
They
Endor,
became as dung for the earth.
which perished to get dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like
like
Oreb
and like Zeid,
and like Zeeb.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah
all their princes as Zabah
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Salaki, the houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stumble before the wind,
As the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire,
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire,
so persecute them
so persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled
and troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Come on, I got it. Oh no. Are you good? All right. Go ahead and sit. Okay. So what we left off last Sabbath service is that we finished up talking about the flood, right? We talked about the flood that happened with Noah, and now the phase is starting to change. The waters, you know what I'm saying, are starting to wash away everything, which is good. The earth had gotten cleansed by the Most High, which is good. Of course, there was many that perished, but the Most High is the one that is just. He is the one that makes the decisions on the earth. And he chose this family, this righteous family, Noah and his seed, to replenish the earth. You understand? Most High Christ. The Most High is looking to replenish the earth. And Noah is the main character of the story at this point, which, of course, we're going to be going into Genesis chapter 9, as you can see, title of the class right here. So go ahead and get your King James Bible, and if you're trying to follow along and practice the Hebrew, you definitely want to get the Bible. What was it called? The Bible Hub app. We're looking at the interlinear Bible, where we going into the Hebrew. We're of course practicing the the Assyrian Hebrew, and then we're going to talk about it in the English, right? Because we're going to read the scriptures first in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read them again in the English. We got young man Kendall here, who's going to give it his best effort to get through these verses. We're going to start in Genesis chapter 9, and we're going to get right to it so that we can try to cover as much of this chapter as we can, because Genesis chapter 9 is real heavy, you know what I'm saying, and it sets the tone for many things to come in the scriptures. So like I said, make sure that you get your King James Bible, and if you got the Bible Hub app, and you want to follow along in the interlinear version in Genesis chapter 9, so that you could see more or less the language that we are learning to speak. All right. So let's go ahead and begin. Genesis chapter 9, and we're going to start at verse 1. And of course, I'm going to help you as we go through them, right? And start with the Hebrew. Go ahead.
Why Barak?
It's remember, a letter at a time. Why Barak.
Barak.
Keep going.
Allah. Allaham.
Allahayim.
Allahayim. Atha.
Nach. Which is Noah's name. Go ahead. Wa'atha.
Wa'atha. Banawa.
Bana. Banayaw. Banayawa. It's like a Banyawa.
Banyawa.
Go ahead. Waya Amar.
Waya Amar. La Aham.
Go ahead.
Pa'ara.
Parawa.
Wa. What?
Warabao.
Rawaba.
Rawa. So like Wara Ba Wa.
Rawa Bawa.
Go ahead.
Mal. Ramal.
Wamal.
Ramal. Ra. Mara. Marau.
Mawa.
Marau. Mawa.
Keep going.
Atha.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'arataza.
Rataza. There you go. Verse 2.
Verse 2.
Mhm. Let's make sure you're sitting up too while you're reading.
Okay.
Go. Hold the There you go. Hold it up. Go ahead.
Ra.
Now we're gonna help you with this one. So Wama
Wama.
Ra'a
Rama.
Kam.
It's like you said again.
It's Wama
Wama.
Wara'a
Wara'a.
Kam.
Kam.
All right, go ahead.
What?
Waka
Waka.
Akam.
The come.
Mm-hmm.
You hide.
Nah, that's
Oh, it's not that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Ka.
Go ahead. Kayat.
Kayat.
Mm-hmm. Ha'arataza.
Ha'arataza.
Wa'al.
Wa'ow. Ka'ow.
Mm-hmm. Aiwa.
Iwat. Has.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Mm-hmm.
Bakal.
Bakal. Ashar.
Ashar.
Mm-hmm. Tharamash.
Tharamash.
Mm-hmm. Ha'adama.
Ha'adama.
Mm-hmm.
Ra.
Wabakal.
Wabakal.
That would be Dagaya.
Dagaya.
Mhm.
Where's the coal?
Hayam. You talking about the one that's burning or
Yeah.
it's right here. Hayam.
Hayam.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Baya.
Vayadakam.
Yadakam. Bayadakam.
Mm-hmm.
Nata. Nata.
Natha.
Nata.
Nawa.
Nawa. Nata. Nawa.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. Ka'al.
Mm-hmm.
Ramesh.
That's good. Keep going.
Asar.
Ashar.
Ashar. Hawa.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya.
Khaya.
Kaya.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Mm-hmm. Yaya.
Yaya.
La'akal.
La'akal.
Wait. It's
La'akala.
La.
La'akala.
La'akal.
La'akal.
Go ahead. Kayarak.
Kayarak.
Mm-hmm. Ashab.
Ashab.
Nathaya.
Nathataya.
Mm-hmm.
La'akam.
Mm-hmm.
Atha.
Mm-hmm.
Ka'al.
Kal. There you
Kal.
go. Verse 4.
Aka.
Mm-hmm.
Ba'asar.
Bashar.
Bashar. It's like. Banab
Banap Shawa.
Nap Shawa.
Mm-hmm.
The Amal.
Damawa.
Damawa.
La'a.
La'a.
Ta'akal.
The Akal. Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
What Aka.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
What Aka. Atha.
Mm-hmm. Damakam.
The Makam.
Mm-hmm.
La Napa.
Lanap.
Lanap.
Shath.
Shath.
Yakam.
Yakam.
Mm-hmm. Remember, if it's a long word, you just take it bit by bit. You've been studying the letters, so you just break it down, pronounce it how you can, and keep moving. Keep going. Adarash.
Adarash.
Mm-hmm.
Mayad. Ka'al.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
Adarashan.
Adarashan.
Adarashanwa.
Mm-hmm.
Wa Mayad.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'adam.
Ha'adam.
Ha'adam. Mayad.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha.
Ayash.
Hayash. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ahawa.
Acha.
Aha.
Yawa.
Yawa.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's Ak. Akya. Akya, basically. I don't know why the wa is a thing, because brother is just Ak.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Come on. Adara.
Arash.
Anarash.
Mm-hmm.
Etha.
Mm-hmm.
Nepash.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'adam.
All right, verse 6.
Verse 6. Sa'ai.
Shapak.
Shapak. Da'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'adam.
Mm-hmm.
Ba'adam.
Mm-hmm.
Da'amal.
Damawa.
Damawa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yashapak.
Yashapak.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Batazalam.
Batazalam.
Mm-hmm.
Elaham.
Alahayim.
Elahayim.
Aisha.
Aisha. Etha.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'adam.
All right. Go ahead and go to verse 7.
Verse 7.
Wa'atham.
Wa'atham. Pa'ara.
Parawa.
Parawa.
That could be also parwa, but I think that's... All right, keep going. Parabawa.
Rarabawa.
Mm-hmm.
Sa'a.
Sharatazawa.
Saratazawa.
Mm-hmm.
Ba'arataza.
Mm-hmm.
Arabawa.
Arabawa. Mm-hmm.
Baal.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
That's
6,
that's the end of verse 7. Now we're going to go to the English. Start at verse 1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons.
Did you want me to go? You got this, sir.
Go ahead. It said what it said. I got it. I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll stop it. Go ahead. Start it over.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons,
Right.
and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
Do what?
Be fruitful and multiply.
Man, that's the same thing that he told men when he first made them. To be fruitful and multiply.
Good night.
Not abortion.
Right.
Not abortion.
Yep.
People out there in the world, not abortion.
Damn right.
To all the sisters that want to get mad at the Roe versus Wade to turn around, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right? It's not abortion. He said, be fruitful and multiply. And you can't be fruitful and multiply by killing your babies.
Facts.
You just can't. You can't be fruitful and multiply with a man marrying a man. You can't be fruitful and multiply with a woman marrying a woman. The only way you can be fruitful and multiply is by men and women marrying each other. That's the only way you can be fruitful and multiply. Keep going. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I can go hard. I can go for a minute on that.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Verse 2. And the fear of you, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
And do what?
Replenish the earth.
Right. Replenish the earth, man. Put as many people on the earth as possible, man. Everybody wants to die, man. This kingdom is death. This kingdom is death. That's why when the empire reversed Roe versus Wade, right, with making it illegal for abortion, people want to go out and make and riot and protest because they want to murder. They want to kill babies. How about you just stop having sex, man? How about you just make sure before you have sex with that person that person is not a murderer, or that person will take care of that baby, or just stop having sex, man. But no, America is full of lustful people that want to fulfill their lusts,
right,
and don't want to take the responsibility or the repercussions of what comes after.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge says sex is marriage, because the Bible says sex is marriage. And people say, because they want to go out and have sex all willy-nilly with whoever they want to, with no responsibility, man.
Right.
Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai for commanding General Yohana.
Salaki, if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
And to further, I mean, just from one half of a precept, one sentence shuts down the entire argument that they try to put to try to say, oh well, women, rights this and rights that, but you look at the statistics. Since y'all always want to look at the statistics when it comes to a black man, you know what I'm saying, having crimes in his background, look at the crimes that the black woman has committed on their people over the past, what was it, 30 or 40 years?
Right.
We're talking about tens of millions of children that have been aborted. Tens of millions of fetuses struggling to survive. They get ripped in pieces from the womb,
sucked out through a vacuum.
Imagine if you were trapped in a room and somebody started ripping off your legs piece by piece. That's what it was like for them babies, man. That's what it was like for those undeveloped fetuses that have been aborted at different stages during their birth, during their compacted in blood period. You know what I'm saying? We all come through the earth this very same way. Who are we to try to take the right from those beings that have been obviously began from the consummation that you have when you're out there fulfilling your lusts?
So like, they want to talk about women's rights. Women also has the right to keep their legs closed. Mm. If they don't want to take care of what comes after sex, you have the right to not have sex. You have the right to keep your legs closed.
You can't. And then to add to your point, you have the right to not be on drugs. You have the right to stop drinking so damn much to where you can't even think straight, and then you end up in some stranger's bed or, God knows where else. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, that's where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be in the stranger's bed.
They want Hot Girl Summer.
Right.
Hot Girl Summer just got canceled.
Right.
Hot Girl Summer is no longer in effect.
Right.
Because now it's going to be Celibacy Summer or whatever you want to call it.
Nope. They still going to have monkeypox.
Good night.
It's still going to be hot because you're going to be burning. Slack you. Right. You done, Art?
Sir, go ahead.
Me too, Art. Me too. I'm done. And these women, like, I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed because my beautiful sisters out there are protesting because they want to have sex, get pregnant, and kill the baby.
They want to have the option to do that.
I don't care about the option. Mm-hmm. Now I'm thinking you just want to murder the baby. I don't even think they don't want to do it. They want they want to do it. They want to murder their babies. Man. They want to have a vacuum pump put up their vagina and suck the baby out of it. That's what they want. That's what they want. It's probably because they think they're going to get an orgasm from it or something. But that's what they want. They want to murder the babies, man. Just stop having sex. Stop fulfilling your lustful life. Stop having sex with every Jake that tells you you're pretty.
Yeah, I'm right.
Listen to your fathers. If you don't want to listen to your fathers, listen to Commanding General Yohana. Mm-hmm. Listen to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's giving you life lessons on how not to destroy yourself and how not to be destroyed.
And Salaki, I gotta say this too, because the first thing you see on any social media streaming platform is now everybody got an opinion. Everybody thinks that they know the moral standpoint that's good, and that the things that they say is heavy. You know what I'm saying? They making the signs, they protesting, they saying things on media. Everybody's got something to say, but nobody wants to listen to the Isupk, who's been looking to build a community of Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians under righteousness. A community that has safe, that becomes a safe haven for the Black woman, the Hispanic woman, that you're not going to find out there in the world. Because yes, you look around, you're trying to share a kingdom with people that are atheists. You're trying to share a kingdom with people that are Christian, which means they're hypocritical, which means they're going to go against the Bible anyways. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kingdom that you're in right now. A failed system that is still trying to enforce laws that pertain to a successful system. You know what I'm saying? And that is where the clash begins, because their system fails, but the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, they're there for life.
Right.
They're there, and that's why this talks about the law of life. The scriptures and the laws in the Old Testament were given to the children of Israel, God's saints, so that we could stay alive, so that we could have children that make it, that live to 25, they live to the year 1. You know what I'm saying? And harder is it now for that to happen. And you wonder why birth rates are on a decline in the country.
You wonder why the birth rates on a decline?
Hmm.
Because women want to abort their babies.
Uh-huh.
They want to murder their babies.
And they want to scissor each other. It's like, good night. What do you I mean? You're doing a double whammy there. You're lowering the birth rate amount. You know what I'm saying? And for those sisters out there that take and you know what, and we got to look at the other side of the coin. There's sisters out there that had their kids, that fought through that pregnancy, that dealt with the poverty, that did whatever it took to make sure that they love that kid. And then after they give birth to that kid, there's an attachment that they hopefully there's an attachment that they have for that child, a compassion that they have for that child, that they try their best to sustain and want a better life for that child. So big up to sisters that actually hold on to them babies. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is the opportunity not only to check with the wrongdoing that's happening, but also an opportunity to look at the positivity, to say, look, there are sisters that are hanging in there. There are sisters with some potential in them. So do not get swayed by the media and by our wicked oppressors and the way that they think about the matter, because it's a culture that has nothing to do with you.
And you know something else? There are sisters out here that are moral, that have morals, that know that murdering their babies are wrong.
Right.
Right. And if you have a baby out there and you don't want to murder your baby, but you cannot take care of it by any means, bring that baby to Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
And we will take care of that baby for you in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge until you get your head right. And then you can have your baby back. It's that simple. But first you have to get your head right. But bring that baby to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We will set that baby up, because there's families in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge who need babies, who want babies.
Damn right.
And we'll take care of that baby for you until you get your head right. Because that's just what the priests and prophets do. Mm-hmm. That's our job, is to take care of the nation, the poor, the defenseless, the fatherless.
We're just getting the attendance sheet.
Just get the whole thing. Oh, I don't know what that is. Probably my glasses, huh?
The knife. Let me get the pen. All right, go ahead.
Right, the poor and defenseless, the fatherless. That's our job. That's our job, man. As priests and prophets, man. It's to take care of the nation. And if you don't want to, man, we give you every situation, everything possible on to not abort your babies. But if you want to abort your babies, man, you just want to be a murderer. And Christ will see you when he comes back. The Most High will judge you when he comes, man. You will be judged for that, unless you repent. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth.
Right. Go ahead.
And upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea.
Right, because you're going to be so many. You're going to be so many. They're going to run when they see you, because you're going to be able to eat. Mm-hmm. You're going to be able to eat. You're different from animals, people. You're able to get instruction and receive instruction and fill out those instructions. Not murder your babies. You got anything?
Yeah. Read that again.
Verse 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth.
The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth. Well, why are we far away from that now? To where animals want to come after us and There's kangaroo attacks and bear attacks, and wild animals show no respect for us now. Why is that? Because you're acting like them. You're acting like nothing better. You act no better than an animal when all you are is lust and wanting to eat and mess around and sleep around.
Right.
You're no different than an animal.
Right.
You're the one that's running away from something, running away from authority. That's what you become. We become base on this planet because we lack discipline, because we lack instruction. And the Most High gave Noah instruction. The Most High gave Noah authority. And this we got to go back to the beginning so that we can see how we're supposed to move forward as a people thousands of years later.
Ain't that right?
You know what I'm saying? Thousands of years later. Why is that? Because you see what's going on right here. He's rebuilding the earth. There would be no us if he didn't follow instructions. There won't be any of us if we don't follow instructions, if we don't continue to be fruitful and multiply.
That's right.
But no, you want to be fruitful and have LBGT rights. You just want to be a fruit. You don't even want to be fruitful. You just want to be a fruit. You want to be sweet.
Real talk.
You got the gay pride flag up and you supporting it and you cross-dressing and transgendering and God knows what else. Is disgusting. And then you want taxpayers to pay for that. Well, guess what? They done them judges up there in the Supreme Court. They made a decision that had a little bit of sense in it.
Right.
And now that's not very common, but this time they did a decision that had a little bit of sense in it. And Salaki, I got to say one more thing. And they coming for them LGBT rights next.
Right.
They even said it. The black judge is the one that said it. He said, well, we might take a look at some of these other things too. I imagine the uproars that are going to happen then.
Hey, can I say something? It's Pride Month, right?
Yeah.
Well, pride comes before the fall. Right?
That's right.
Pride comes before the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Bible told you. You want to be proud and have pride? The pride comes before destruction, man. You can be proud now, but you're going to be destroyed. Absolutely. Thus saith the Lord.
Damn right, sir.
And all these straight women that want to go out and party with at the gay clubs with the LGBT, because they just have so much more fun. Yeah, you'll be caught in that too, like at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. You'll be caught in that too, because that was a gay club that got shot up in Orlando, Florida, and there were straight people there that got murdered also. You will get the judgments also. Don't be so quick to be like, oh, I'm good. No. You're not good.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the only good are like people who are good are in the Isupk or in the school.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. The only people that are good are in the Isupk. Give that brother a hand. Why? Because we listen to our Father and we keep those laws, statutes, and commandments. That's it. Like, there's nothing else to say, man. There's nothing else to say. And aborting your babies is against the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Thou shalt not murder. But you want to keep murdering your babies, the Most High will see you. You know what I'm talking about? You will be synced. Can I say that? You will be synced.
You will be dealt with.
Yeah, you will be synced. Baby, you're no better if you want to abort your babies. You're no better than the guy at the guy that went in there and murdered all those kids in the elementary school. You're no better. What makes you better than him? That's my point. Go ahead.
And upon all the fishes of the sea into your hand are they delivered.
Right. They what?
They delivered.
Right. Because we have dominion over the earth, over all the animals in it. Why? Because we can receive instruction on what to eat and what not to eat. We can receive instruction on what to keep as pets and what not to keep as pets.
Damn right. We
can receive that instruction on who to sleep with and who not to sleep with. Mm-hmm. We can receive that instruction on the difference between murder and killing. We can get those instructions. But an animal does whatever an animal wants to do. And that's what the world has turned into. The animal wants to wanted to have a baby and then kill it. That's what they do.
Slovakia. Most animals don't even kill their kids
at all.
Most animals, they take care of their kids innately. It's in their nature. And women have gone against nature. They've gone against their own natural order of things.
Of being a mother.
Mm-hmm. And the scripture says that the whole world is out of course. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And this is what we're at this point now, where not only has the help meat, not only has the rib, and of course, this is not talking about every sister. I'm just talking about the ones that are caught in this funk, right? Caught in this phase. They actually don't actually care. They don't. They're just doing it because they try to fit in, because it's gonna get them likes on the social media, and it finally gives them a chance to take a break where they put it on that makeup to try to get likes that way. You know what I'm saying? Usually you're getting likes from your selfies and your TikTok videos, but today, everybody, look, what's the fad today? Everybody say something smart about this Roe versus Wade. You know, I'm talking about, everybody thinks that they got something to say, something heavy, but you should be listening to the real men of the Lord. You should be listening to the priests and prophets that the Most High has put on this earth to usher in a world of righteousness. Because I don't know if you've looked around lately, but can't you tell that the world that is going on right now is coming to an end? Can't you see that this world is definitely at a threshold of no return?
All right. I got something to say.
Go ahead.
What about being liked by the Most High? Do you even care about being liked by the Creator of heaven and earth? Do you like that? Is that what is like? Do you care about being liked by Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the King of Israel? Everybody say Jesus, just this, Jesus that. But do you care about being liked by them, or you just care about being liked by every filthy whoremonger, every filthy whore on Facebook and Instagram? Why don't you work on being liked by the men of the Lord? Why don't you work on being liked by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the King of Israel? Why don't you worry about being liked by the Most High God of Israel, man? I'm sorry, that's it.
Let's keep going. Go ahead, keep reading. Where you at? Tell me where you at.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 3. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you.
Right.
Even as the green herb have I given you all things. But
go back to where it says meat for you. Spell that word.
M-E-A-T.
All right, Alan, you got a definition on meat.
Yeah, I got you.
I know you got a definition.
It means good. That's what it means. But let me get the Strong's definition real quick. So give me 10 seconds. Genesis 9. You said 3, right?
Yeah.
So when I pull up the Strong's definition of meat, let's see, shall be meat. It says object of devouring, consuming. It means let me see, proper purpose for something.
A proper purpose for something. So if it said everything should be meat for you, right? It doesn't mean meat to eat. It means like it has a proper purpose. Like a pig. A pig has a proper purpose on the earth. You're not supposed to eat it, but it does have a proper purpose. A shrimp, crab, lobster has a proper purpose. You're not supposed to eat it, but it does have a proper purpose.
That's right.
How come they eat the pig, right? But they don't eat lions, tigers, and bears. It's meat. How come they don't eat people? People are meat. What about dogs? Dogs are meat. But they always say, oh, the Asian people be feeding you dogs and cats and rats. But then you eat pig and shrimp, crab, and lobster. So now we're just
eating that.
So now we're just picking and choosing.
Salakia.
What's up?
And it talks about the herbs too. Let's not forget about that, because all medicines come from the earth. Is that right?
Yeah, I was gonna get there too.
And you looking at the proper way of using the herbs on the planet. I mean, you wonder why all these people out here protesting, I bet you anything that got something in them that they ain't got no business being in them. You know what I'm saying? You got these potheads that are out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They smoking weed and then they want to go and protest. And they want to go in and have sex, homosexual intercourse and things like that.
Maybe that's why they do it.
It all goes one and the same. It goes hand in hand. It's you going against the Most High's order of things, and you're using them the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Inhaling smoke from herbs to get a psychedelic effect from it. That's not the proper way of doing things. That's not the proper purpose. That's not meat. All right. So don't try to come over here talking about, oh, well, it's an herb from the ground. All right, well, go ahead and do that with poison ivy too while you're at it.
Right.
You're gonna find out that everything has a purpose and everything needs to be done properly and decently and in order. If you're out here trying to you know what I'm saying, stay always drunk, you know what I'm saying, always high,
right?
Popping pills, popping ecstasy. You go into the club, you know what I'm saying. You want to dance, and then you want to go and have hot girl summer. Like we said, and before you know it, it ends up with you having to have responsibilities. But you want to run away from those responsibilities because you want to continue to just have fun. And really what it all comes down to, the whole reason why they're mad about this Roe versus Wade being turned over is because it ruins their fun. Well, life is not always about having fun, you know. Life is about having purpose that comes with following the Most High's orders.
Which brings back to the next point. That's why women are children. That's why women act like children, because all they want to have is fun, like a child. Like a child. Is that what a child wants to do? When you tell the child to clean up their room and they're outside playing, and you tell them, come clean up your room, but I'm having fun. That's what a woman does. A woman just wants to have fun. They act like children. Grow up. Some women, they grow old, but they don't grow up. They grow old, but they don't grow up because all they want to do is have fun. So go ahead and have fun. Go ahead and have fun. Just know that when your fun comes to an end, destruction comes with that.
Monkeypox comes with that. AIDS comes with that.
Right. Being psychological. You can't even vacuum at your house because you have a psychological disdainment from the sound of vacuums because they just suck so many babies out of your vagina.
Good night. That's heavy.
But that's really what's happening. Women can't even vacuum at home because it gives them traumatic stimulatism. I don't know what you call it, but they have traumatic mind. There's something wrong with their mind that they go into. What would you call it? They're like traumatized.
Panic attack.
Yeah, they have a panic attack. They're traumatized from the sound of vacuums because they had their vagina sucked out from babies, from abortions. So many abortions. They're traumatized.
Salakia. And even on top of that, postmortem depression and everything that comes with them having abortions, their body is still trying to develop something in them. A lot of times it takes a while for the body to realize that there's nothing there anymore. And then these sisters out there that get these abortions wonder why they have so much anxiety. It's because their body was building something, but it was taken from it. And it's not natural for it to just go away. Because their body was preparing. It was preparing. You know, that sister's breast was being prepared to give milk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That sister's, private parts was getting ready to expand to deliver the baby. And then it was just ripped from them. Then it's like the body doesn't know what to do. And so a lot of pain and suffering comes from that.
Right.
So when you're out here supporting that, you're supporting the pain and suffering of that girl right next to you in that protest. You don't care about her.
Nope.
You just care about fitting in and having fun without focusing on the repercussions that come from that, because the truth of the matter is this world is wicked. This world and all of its influences on the children of Israel, for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, is wicked. There should only be white people in those protests.
Right.
There should, if anybody should be able to do that, go ahead and let them do that. They want to lower their population. They want to kill off their babies. They want to lower their birth rate amounts. Go ahead and let them do that, because that's their culture. That's not our culture. Our culture is about life. Our culture is about striving and being happy, and of course, everything that comes with it. But you want to complain because there's no universal health care. You want to complain because you know what I'm saying that the education system and the support system that safety net for people that are poverty that's what you want to rely on. You don't want to rely on wisdom. You want to rely on the government. That's what you've been doing. You've been putting your baby daddy on child support.
Right.
So you're mad at your daddy, which is the government, the white man. You're mad at him when he takes away one of your fun moments. And he actually does something that goes against, and now you're mad at him. But you put your trust and faith in him this whole time. What the heck did you expect that he was going to do? But rip your fun away from you.
Man, I got a precept, but yeah, I thought try to give me Lamentations 4:17.
I got it. Come on.
Lamentations 4:17. I think it's 18. When they say they look for a nation that cannot save them.
Let me see. You said Lamentation 4. I think it is 17. Let me see. Yeah, it's this one. It said Lamentation chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Right. For us, for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, our eyes have failed for vain help, for help that can't do anything for us. And that's what the priest is bringing out. That was for help that could not help us, that cannot do anything for us. Only thing they can do for us, right? Go ahead, keep going.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right. We're looking for a nation that cannot save us. And that nation has always been the white man that cannot save us. But that's what we look for. Because that's the devil that's upon us. That's the devil that's on top of us. So if they want to go out and abort their babies, let them go out and abort their babies. We just don't follow them because our culture is found in the Bible. And the Bible said that we should be fruitful and multiply. A Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man.
That's a heavy point, man.
So before you have sex with these sisters, you should be asking them, how do you feel about abortion? And when they tell you, oh, I'm for abortion, leave them alone. Don't try to change their mind. Don't let them abort your babies. Right. That's what's gonna happen.
That's heavy. And that's most of them.
That's most of them.
That's most of them.
Go ahead. We can go back to what's the name.
Yeah, I'm right. And in finishing that remark, again, what are we seeing? We're seeing that the funds being taken away. And then one of the counter arguments that you're seeing online right now is that they're saying what? They're saying, well, I mean, how are you going to take away our rights? But at the same time, you want to force us to have these kids and stuff. But now, I mean, but you don't give us universal health care. You don't give us this. You don't give us that. You forgot that you're relying on a nation that doesn't care enough to set those things in place. Because again, it is a failed nation that is trying to pass laws that pertain to a successful nation, a nation that has everything like a utopia where there's no rapists and there's no, there's no ailments, no massive diseases breaking out. No concupiscence in it. And you want to try to take God's laws that are given to the children of Israel and take that and try to mix it in with the culture of the devil, of the fourth beast. You want to try to mix that in with the Greco-Roman Empire's culture. And now you're seeing why it clashes. Because they're not the same cultures. And that's why we got multiple cultures clashing right now. And you gotta make sure that you're not part of the wrong culture in this respect. You know what I'm saying? You want to call us a cult, but you look at those people they're protesting in the street. That's the real cult right there, because that's the death cult.
Can I say something?
That's a cult that wants death right there. And there's no avoiding that, because that's the truth.
Right. So y'all give I may. So they talking about America says a peaceful protest, right? Yeah. Is it still a peaceful protest if they're protesting about murder?
No.
Well, that's what they're doing. It can't be a peaceful protest if you're protesting the fact that you want to murder your babies. That's not peaceful. That is very violent. That is very violent. Oh, I'm done. Is that it? Is that it?
Con, sir.
Go ahead and go back to the scripture.
Kind of concept. Verse 4. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat.
Right. Keep going.
Kind of concept. Verse 5.
What does that mean?
Cook your food.
No, it says the flesh of the blood thereof. Right. It's talking about cooking your food, but it's also talking about people.
Right, not eating each other.
Go ahead.
Oh, con.
Verse 5. And surely your blood of your lives will I require at the hand of every beast will I require it.
Right.
And at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man.
Right. So that's talking about how the people were being violent. You know what I mean? So right now, the world is upside down, and that's what's happening. At this point in time, that's what's happening right now. That the life of everybody is being required by your brother. You know what I mean? How many Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are getting murdered by Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Right now.
A lot.
All over the earth.
Man, that's heavy, man.
All over the earth. That's happening right now. And then the animals are attacking people also. That's happening right now. I was looking at a video where the guy was trying to mess with the lion through the cage, and the lion did what the lion did and grabbed his hand. And if there was enough, it was just a cage though. But if there was like more room through the cage, he would have pulled that guy through there, and it would have been a wrap for him. Because you can't have lions in a cage because they're the king of the jungle.
That's right.
They're not supposed to be in a cage. Gorilla's not supposed to be in a glass. So that's why when you're looking at a gorilla through the glass and he smacked the glass, it shakes and you get nervous. Oh. You know what I'm talking about? You get nervous, your heart drops into your stomach.
Is he gonna break the glass?
Because the gorilla's not supposed to be in the glass. He's supposed to be running the jungle, flipping through trees.
Right.
Don't believe Tarzan. Tarzan is not real.
Right. Right.
Even in the Amazon jungles, the Amazon people do not live next to the animals.
And I always throw me out whenever you see Tarzan sliding down a tree. Do you realize how messed up your feet gonna get sliding down a tree like that? Sliding down a branch?
Right.
It's not real.
Don't believe it. Don't believe in the Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Animals do not talk.
They don't play trumpets.
You know what I mean? They don't. The snake and the snake and the tiger, they would have devoured that little boy.
Damn right.
Don't believe in those. Those are cartoons. It's false.
Salakia, I gotta say this too.
Fables.
And just like how women and you know, and this is the thing. You go to the movies, you're watching Netflix and YouTube, and you programming your children, the ones that you actually kept, to believe in these fairy tales.
Yeah.
The fairy tales that you gotta let go of is the fairy tale that America is our rest. That's the real fairy tale right there. The real fairy tale is that you think that this is a country where you could do whatever you want and have all the fun that you want and hot girl summer, and that the Most High is not gonna pay. That there's won't be no repercussions for the things that are done by our people. You know what I'm saying? In fact, let me get this right here. Proverbs chapter 16, verses 4 and 5. Here, I want you to read that. Give me that right there.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Well, they like the Lion King too much. Hakuna Matata. Talking about no worries. The Hakuna Matata is not real. Timon and Pumbaa are not talking to Simba.
They are not boys.
They're not talking to Simba. Simba would have ate them. And you know what I mean? But like and would have laid down and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna take a nap." And there would have been no Hakuna Matata out there. You know what I mean? It's nonsense.
Read what you got. Start at verse 4.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
The Lord had made all things for himself. Those animals, that the earth, the herbs on the ground, the people on the earth. Read on.
Yea. Oh yeah, even the wicked.
Even the what?
Even the wicked.
Even the what?
Even the wicked.
Go ahead.
For the day of evil.
For the day of evil. What are you looking at when you turn on the news? You're looking at evil right now. Most High made these people just to give you an example of how not to live life. Because right now they're clamoring and clashing and protesting to try to support a lifestyle that is wicked. And the Most High is setting an example with them. Why is he setting the tone right here? Why is he setting the tone? Read verse 6. Verse 5. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart.
That is what?
Is proud in heart.
Is proud in heart, meaning proud in their mind. They made up their mind. They solidified in their mind about what? Go ahead.
Is an abomination to the Lord.
Is a what?
Is an abomination to the Lord.
So your gay movement
is an abomination to the Lord.
Your abortion rights
is an abomination to the Lord.
Your drug habits
is an abomination to the Lord.
Your whoredom
is an abomination to the Lord.
The hot girl summer
is an abomination to the Lord.
The hot girl winter
is an abomination to the Lord.
You see what I'm saying? All of that is an abomination to the Lord. And because you're prideful, guess what? The Most High sees it. He sees that he knows that there's people out there like that. He created wicked for the day of evil. He created them for a purpose. We're going to find out what that purpose is when we go back to Genesis and we continue to read on what the Most High says. But you need to understand that we are not to take part in any of that. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, turn off the social media for a couple of days. Let it simmer down. You know what I'm saying? Because all it's going to do is just flood you with more propaganda. It's going to make you want to be proud in the abominations of this place. This is the place for every hateful bird. This is the place for every unclean spirit. Read that one more time from the top. We're going to read on.
Verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord.
Is an abomination to the Lord. Read on.
Though hand joined in hand.
Though what?
Though hand joined in hand.
A protest.
Hand joined in hand.
Go ahead.
He shall not be unpunished.
He, she, they, whatever. Heck, most of them that are she's out there trying to pretend to be he's now. You know what I'm saying? They, even though they join hand in hand, protest, rights this and rights that, and give us back our rights to kill our babies and all that. Though hand join in hand, and they're prideful in their abomination lifestyle that they live. The Most High sees that. He says that he shall not be unpunished. He says that those people that are out there joining in hand will not go unpunished. And if you don't want to be punished by the Most High, I suggest you get far away from those things, far away from those demonstrations, far away from the mentality and lifestyle that comes with that Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of killing your own children. How many abortions are done by Black and Hispanic women every year? It's over 400,000, almost 500,000, right? That's a lot. That's how many soldiers were missing every single year. That's how many spirits have to go back to the Most High because of your foolishness and your pride and your abomination. Any more on that?
No, sir.
All right. No, go ahead and get back to it.
Verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Say what?
Whoso sheddeth blood, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Come on. The Christian church do not want to read this.
Nope.
Because the one that shedded their blood is a so-called white man. And they love the so-called white man.
That's right.
So they don't want to read this. But we're going to read it because our blood was shed by the white man. So their blood is going to be shed.
That's crazy, man.
Their blood is going to be shed. There's going to be bloodshed in the kingdom of heaven. It's just not going to be what y'all think it is. You know what I mean? There's gonna be bloodshed leading up to the kingdom of heaven, and when we get into the kingdom, we're gonna be searching for brothers. I mean, searching for the enemies and the other nations. It's gonna be bloodshed.
Yeah.
What Christ say? Bring him hither, mine enemies. Bring him hither. You know what I mean? So he can cut their heads off.
He said that. He said, "Slay them before me."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we playing with the Most High like it's some game. You think it's a fairy tale that this Bible has been talking about? It's been on point the whole time. You just been ignorant to what it's been saying.
Right.
And that's why we come out here. We have begun to open the seals of this book since 1969 so that we can start to show you exactly what it's saying. And it's right on time. We're looking at these times right now. You're looking at the time of evil right now. It says, for whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man's blood shall he also be shed. That person that killed that baby might just commit suicide. That person that killed their brother might just end up dead from the gun of another man or from their own hand. And what you got to understand is that the Most High demands judgment. He demands it. You have to pay for those things. And it's not some game. That's why you got coronavirus has killed how many people in America? 1 million, right? At least 1 million. It's been going on. You're talking about that's a number that exceeds wars. Like the Most High is going to war against people on this planet right now because he's doing it in such a way that makes him seem like it has nothing to do with it, but it does have everything to do with it. That's why that sister out there getting an abortion and wanting to go and do whatever the heck she wants to, she ends up in pain and suffering.
Right.
She ends up being in a hospital bed or on medications to try to keep her mind right after all the trauma that she's been through. Those are things that can be avoided. But we only care about Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. If they ain't part of this nation, let them go ahead and build their own demise and dig their own graves. And what does it say? It says shedding blood. If you shed blood, your blood shall be shed. Now just keep that in mind because that's a warning from the Most High. He told that to Noah, and he said, "Don't you mess this up because I'm telling you right now. This pertains not only to Noah, it pertains to everybody that came after him. It pertains to you, to me. You know what I'm talking about? And the thing is that the children of Israel that were the chosen seed, we are to lead by example. Because the only way this world is ever going to start making any damn sense is if it's led by the righteous, not the wicked. Because the wicked, they're hypocritical. They don't know how to run the planet. That's why there's so much confusion, so many clashing of doctrines. Slaki, go ahead.
Okay. For in the image of God made he man. Verse 7. And you be ye fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein.
Read that again. Pick up the Bible so you don't have to be leaning over like that. You want to say it straight and you want to say it with your chest. Go ahead.
And you be ye fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein.
Nah, you should get an abortion. You should do whatever it takes to make sure that you can land that job and finish that college degree without being interrupted by life. Read that again.
And ye be ye fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein.
You're supposed to be multiplying. How can we multiply if you subtracting?
And all you have to do is, if you're in college, focus on college and don't have sex.
Right?
Stop having sex. Don't have sex. There's nothing wrong with not having sex. There's nothing wrong with it. The world's going to tell you there's something wrong with it. But the Most High tells you there's nothing wrong with not having sex. Nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine and okay.
You just got that burning urge. You just got to fulfill it. Well, if you're going to do that, make sure you're multiplying on the earth. especially Hispanic and Black Hispanic women. They are very fertile. They are very prone to just getting pregnant. You know, when you read this book and you read about the people that are trying to have kids, they praying to the Most High to get pregnant. They praying to the Lord. Hey, oh man, I don't know. I've been barren. I need to have a kid. That's all they wanted. And that's how you know we're so backwards now. Because now it's like all you want is to not have a kid. It's the complete opposite now. And you pray. Well, you gonna pray to the Most High that you don't get pregnant? Then you should have strapped it up. You should have wore rubber.
Maybe you shouldn't have had sex with the drug dealer.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should have stopped. You shouldn't have smoked that blunt.
Right.
Because now you just all tingly and you got to move and groove. And now you twerking on some random nigga.
Hey. That's their life of destruction.
Yep. You're just trying to copy TikTok. Trying to copy TikTok and Instagram shorts and video shorts. And
all right. We done with that. Let's keep going.
We gotta go.
What time is it?
12:20.
I'm saying.
That's the end of verse 7. So we're going back to the Hebrew. We're going to go to Genesis 9 and 8. Let me catch up to you. You got it?
Got a concept.
True linear. All right, go ahead.
What concept?
Waya Amar.
Waya Amar. Allah. Alham.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Mm-hmm.
Al. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Wa'al. Wa'al. But now. Attire. Tawa.
Keep going.
La Amar. Is that how you say it? La Amar.
La Amar.
La Amar.
Mm-hmm. Verse 9.
Verse 9. Wa
Anya.
Anya. Hanya.
Hanaya.
Hanaya.
Makwayam.
Makwayam. Etha. Barait.
Barayath.
Barayath.
Barayathya.
Bariata. I was like Bariata.
Athakam.
Atakam. Wa'ata.
Zarai.
Zarai Akam. Akam.
Akarai.
Akarakam. Okay.
Akarayakam.
Akarayakam.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Wa'ata. How. Napash. Napash. Haya.
Haya.
Haya. Ashar. I Akam. Like I Akam. But I what?
Babahama.
Bahama. Wabakal. Hayah.
Kayath.
Kayath. Like Ha'arataza. Itakam. Atakam. Makal. Yaisa.
Yataza Aya.
Yataza Aya. Hathaba. Lakal. Hayath. Ha'arataza.
Verse 11.
Verse 11. Wahakwa. Mathaya. Etha.
Barayathwa.
Barayathwa.
So like a Barayathya.
Barayathya. I to come.
Mhm.
I wala
Wala.
walala. Yai
Yakarath.
yai ka'arath. Cow.
Mhm.
Ba'asar.
Bashar.
Bashar.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Mhm.
Myanmar.
It's a Mamya.
Manya.
Hamabawal.
Hamabawal.
Mhm.
Wa'ala.
Mhm.
Yai
Yeah.
ya. Iwad.
Mhm.
Ma'ba'al.
Mabawal.
Maba'awal.
Mhm.
La'as.
La Shachath.
Lashahath. Arataza.
All right, go ahead and go to verse 12.
Wa'yamar.
Mm-hmm.
Alaham. Sa'at. Iwat.
Awath.
Awath.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'abarai.
Habarayath.
Harabayath. Eshar.
Anya.
Anya.
Nathan.
Nathan. Banai.
Bayanaya.
Baya Naya.
Babayan. Yakam.
Babayan Yakam.
Mm-hmm.
Waiban.
Wabayan.
Wabayan.
Mm-hmm.
Ka'al.
Napash.
Napash.
Mm-hmm. Chaya.
Khaya. Eshar.
Mm-hmm.
Aitakam.
Athakam.
Atakam.
Ladarath.
Ladarath.
Iwalam.
Iwalam.
All right, verse 13.
Verse 13. Etta.
Mm-hmm. Quashathya.
Quashathya. Nata'at.
Nathathaya.
Natataya. Na'a.
Bainan.
Bainan.
Mm-hmm.
Wahayata. Wayata.
La'awath.
La'awath.
Baryath.
Baryath. Banan. Bayan. Like
Bayanya.
Banyanya. Waban. Or
Wabayan.
Wabayan. Ha'arataza.
Verse 14.
Wahaya. Ba'an.
Ba'aina. That one's Ba'ain Naya.
Ba'ain Naya. Aina. Aw. Ha'arataza. Wana'at.
Wanara'atha.
Wanara'ata. Hakwas.
Hakoshath.
Hakoshath. Ba'anan. Or
Ba'ainan.
Ba'ainan.
Verse 15.
Verse 15. Was a
car. Thaya.
Thaya. Was a car thaya. Etha. Ba'arata. Or
Barayathya.
Bariyathya.
Wait. 14 is 7.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm tripping.
Oh, cool.
All right, go ahead and go back to verse 8.
Can't see, but I can count.
We're gonna just keep going, you know. He was starting to catch it.
Verse 8. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, verse 9, and I, behold, I established my covenant with you. And
Damn, so he established his covenant with Noah and his sons. Man, that sounds like him establishing a covenant with Israelites.
Right.
And who he saved when he established that covenant? Noah and his sons. So who is he gonna save when he established with who he gonna save this time? The Israelites, man. Go ahead.
and with your seed after you,
And with what?
and with your seed after you.
Man, so he's gonna save the covenant he made with the Israelites and our seeds after us.
That's right.
Damn, man, I don't sound like everybody. That sounds very distinctive. It sounds very what would you call it?
Exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah. It's the exclusive club.
Mhm.
Keep going.
Verse 10, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. Verse 11.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. And I will establish my covenant with you.
Right, he's gonna establish his covenant with you. So he's letting it be known who he's establishing this covenant with, and who he's letting it be known. You know what I mean? The Most High is he lets everything be known. He even said that your animals that went out the ark with you, right? You know that's why there's no end of animals. That's why the animals be extinct. But then they say, oh, you can only find a couple of them here and a couple of them there.
Yeah.
But they don't go all the way extinct, like there's no more of them. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if there's dinosaurs somewhere around here. Yeah, you know what I mean? A Loch Ness monster. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Like on Kong Skull Island or something.
Yeah, you feel me? I wouldn't be surprised because the Most High, you know what I mean, made all the creatures, so ain't none of them gonna be extinct. That's why that's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
So I get, but you're right, because birds, they come from a lot of them dinosaurs,
right?
And the Earth is obviously a way different than it used to be. Used to be a lot more oxygen. Used to be a lot more, nutrients. And so these beings that have been here and developed got smaller over time. You know what I'm talking about? Like cats is little now. Well, some of them.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I just know they ain't went all the way to the bottom of the ocean yet. Okay. And there's because they discover new fishes and species of fish every day.
And boys down there, they waiting, they creeping.
You know what I'm talking about? All they waiting for the tectonic plates to move around and something to escape. A new piranha. You know what I mean?
Or that fish with the bait.
Oh,
you know talking about? The big teeth.
Oh yeah.
High pressure. Them things down there with the high pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Post it up. Go ahead.
Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood.
Right. So he's never gonna make it flood again to destroy the earth.
Right.
But he will destroy the earth, but it's not gonna be a flood no more. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Yeah, I did that already. It's old.
Yeah, you know? It's old. That's last week.
I did that already. Yeah. I mean, water. It's all right. But water destroys though.
Yeah,
that's how much destructive water is. You need water to live, but water can also make you die.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is true. Go ahead.
Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
Right.
Verse 12. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you. For perpetual generations.
For everlasting generations. For everlasting generations. So when they say, "Oh, it's going to be the end of the world," the world is not going to end. It's going to be end of an age or a society or an empire or a kingdom.
Right.
But then there's going to be more kingdoms to come. There's going to be another kingdom that rises after that. That's exactly what they're saying. It's going to be for everlasting. There's not going to be the end of any people except one people, but it's not going to be the end. They're going to have to serve out their judgment. But it's not going to be the end of any people. It's not going to be an end of any animal. They're always going to be here. It's always going to be on the earth. That's what he's telling me. Perpetual generations.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Verse 13. I do set you for perpetual. Like, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
The bow. He's talking about the rainbow. He's talking about this. Ain't talking about no pride flag. All right. He's talking about the rainbow is to represent. I mean, can't this chapter is so right on time, right?
Right. It's right on time.
I ain't talking about like this is to let you know, hey, look, I destroyed the entire earth. Remember that. I did it with water. I'll put this rainbow here to remind you that I destroy stuff. And then now people want to take that symbol of destruction. The rainbow is a symbol of destruction.
Ooh-wee.
So if you want to remind the Most High of the destruction that he did, keep teasing him.
Right.
Keep poking the giant. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like,
Right. Keep on poking at that lion.
yeah, keep poking.
See if you don't ride who's arousing.
Right. The Lord of Hosts already has the earth in his checkmate. That's why you got UFOs everywhere. The government can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm talking about? That's why he's got the earthquakes in diverse places, the volcanoes.
UFOs. What are IFOs?
Shoot. You know what I'm talking about?
We know what them is.
The Lord of Hosts has the world ready for whatever he wants. And then now you want to go and provoke him to anger? With your protesting and your pride flags. Read that again. That's heavy.
Concert. Verse 13. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
That's between God and the earth. Ain't got nothing to do with none of y'all.
Right. It is also destruction, but then it's also a token of peace. Because the rainbow is beautiful to look at when it's actually out. You're like, huh? It was raining outside. Now it's not raining no more.
I used to eat Lucky Charms. You know what I'm talking about? Because of the damn commercial. Chase the rainbow. Was it? No, that's Skittles. Chase the rainbow or whatever.
No, Lucky Charms had a rainbow too.
Lucky Charms, okay. Because I know they had the rainbows in the cereal. You know what I'm talking about?
With the leprechaun at the end.
Yeah, it was leprechaun at the end. But I think Lucky Charms was with the rabbit.
I don't care about none of that. I just like the little marshmallow treat.
Yeah, that's Lucky Charms.
Was it? Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, that's Lucky Charms.
Like, I wish the whole cereal was just the marshmallow stuff.
Young man, you don't even worry about it, young man.
Yeah.
You don't even remember them cereals. They got new cereals for you.
You talking about Tricks? Tricks is for kids, and that rabbit would be getting it all the time.
Yeah, okay, that's the rabbit. All right, Lucky Charms was with the
rainbow.
Go ahead.
The rainbow is a covenant between God and the earth.
Right.
So why are you trying to use that as a symbol for your pride? Are you trying to use that as a symbol for your gayness? Get out of here with that, man. I don't belong to you.
That is very weird. That is very weird that they use that.
Yeah. It's ironic too.
Right. So a rainbow can't even be a rainbow no more.
Dang.
A rainbow gotta be switched up to be something wicked.
Night.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
Man.
So,
and it shall come to pass. That's in the future.
That's what you see when you see water falling. Like, you'll even see a rainbow if you're trying to wash your car and you got the water sprinkling a certain way at a certain angle. You'll see the rainbow there too.
Right. You know what's heavy? The rainbow was a sign of destruction, right? That destruction just happened. And they talking about a cloud. What is Christ coming in?
A cloud.
Oh my goodness.
You're
gonna see the token of destruction.
But it's not a water cloud. It's not a fire cloud. You know what I'm talking about?
You do what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Most High is amazing. He can make a rainbow out of fire too.
Y'all better quit playing with the Lord, man.
That's great. What time is it, man? That's crazy.
It's 12:37.
You think we can get through 7 more, or y'all wanna?
I mean, what might want to call it?
Oh, you don't think I can read that good?
Good night.
No, we wouldn't have the whole time to break it down. We've been
good night. Like it, sir. You don't think so? You straight up. Let's read those 7 again, though.
Okay.
You talking about in English?
In Hebrew. Oh.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, verse 9. And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. Verse 9.
Damn. And with your seed after you. So after this, now we're going to start getting into the seeds of Noah and his grandchildren,
Right.
and you know what I mean? Because Ham, Shem, and Japheth going to take over and start, what would you call it? And start replenishing the earth, right? But then everybody can't be part of the covenant. So now, who's the covenant going to go to? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now it's going to start getting into specifics of who the covenant's going to go to. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you.
Right. So he's establishing his covenant even with the animals. The Most High makes a covenant with the animals. You know what I'm talking about? So the Most High, when he started making the earth, he knew everything what was going on and what was going to happen. He was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. We just don't know what's going to happen. Well, I'm not going to say we. The people on the earth, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, knows what's going to happen because it's in the Bible. It's in our book. But everybody else is in the guessing stage and in the lost. And you know what I mean? They don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. But we know what's going to happen. That's why we've been prophesying this since 1969. Because the Most High told us. Because he made a covenant with Noah, and he made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then one of them 12 sons, and that's where we come from. So we know. But it wasn't for everybody to know. That's why they talked in parables.
That's right.
It's not for everybody to break down this Bible. Mm-hmm. But it is for the Israelite School to break down this Bible. The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge to break down this Bible and know what is what. That's why we've been stocking up for the past two years now. Mm-hmm. Getting everything we need to get, because when the time comes, we're gonna need to pack up and go. So we can be saved. We can be safe. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's why we have Hebrew Academy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Men of war. So we can know what to do and how to do it. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood.
Right. Neither shall all flesh be cut off no more by the waters of a flood. We're not going to destroy the world with water this time. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to destroy everybody on the earth. I'm going to save some people. And then some people are going to be ruling. You know what I mean? The people I save are going to be ruling. And everybody else is going to be serving. Because the servants are now the rulers. You know what I mean? Or because now the servants are now the rulers. So it's going to be flipped upside down. And the ones that are supposed to be ruling are going to rule. And the servants are going to be servants. Mm-hmm. And it's only right. But that's something that a Christian don't want to understand.
Right.
A Christian don't want to understand because they want to save their master. When the master cough, they go, "What's wrong, boss? We sick?" And I can bet you all those people that's out there protesting about the Roe versus Wade, they're all Christians. All of them. They all celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, go to church on Easter. All of them. All of them. Because Christians don't have a morality standpoint. They just do whatever their master tells them.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
Right. So he's not going to use water no more. It's not going to be flooding. But that's going to be the signs of the time. hurricanes and what do you call them? Tsunamis,
Right.
monsoons. That's how you're gonna know that it's the time. The time is coming. But it's not going to be destruction. That's not how he's going to destroy the earth anymore. But that's going to be something to let you know, a sign that lets you know the destruction is coming. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
We already talked about the bow and the destruction and the cloud, and we were talking about all that.
Right.
Is there any more on that 14?
Wow. Wait a minute. I think I skipped 13.
No, you just skipped 13.
Okay.
That's it on 14?
Kind of.
All right, we can end it.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a Sharpie time.
So with that,
That's a highlighter?
Kind of.
You talking about Sharpie.
It's like it.
You
Highlighted.
using a Sharpie
It's
boy,
like
on the
it.
Bible, you tripping.
Like it. Verse 15.
He thought we got a Sharpie. Oh, we use those Sharpie on the Bible.
It's a
Boy,
lot,
that's
my
what you
bad.
talking about.
Gotta mark it. Oh, this has the Apocrypha in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
We're gonna find those. Don't worry about it. We're gonna find some. We were looking for those. That's the King James 1611. That's what the original Bible was consisted of.
you want to blow the horn?
Yeah. Boy, I'm terrified.
I like the low note though. The low note would go hard. It's hard to get it though.
Poured a lot.
Yeah.
You did.
Nah, give him that. Give him that.
It's a lot, man.
Give me some liquid courage, you're. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Laya Shala.
Laya Shala.
Oh, Christ.
Take it to the face. Take it to the face. Take it all.
He did it.
Every drop. No. It was a drop lift.
Oh,
So like, blow that horn one more time.
Okay. Salakia. I'm trying to get the low note. Hold up. That was not the low note, but whatever. It's easier to do that one.
That just sound like destruction. That's what I want to hear.
All right. Get that scroll right. All right, it's good. He's got to carry it. Right. Over the right shoulder. Camera's still lined up. All right. Amadyam. Yapanya Hakwadam. Sorry, we're going to turn the face to east again for the Lord's Prayer. All right. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwithka. Saba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathalanawa. Lakum. Kal. Yawam. Wasalachlana. Kabawathno. Kasalachno. Kabawathino. Wala'ah. Tabaya'ayano. Manasaya 1. Abal. Hawashayano. Mayan. Rai. Hayah. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wathaparath. La'aywalamia. Aman. And what we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
All right.
Blow one more time.
Concerts like. Turn the camera. Yeah, I got it. Don't sweat. No, he's supposed to be right here, right?
Every week, bro. We use it over there. No.
All right, go ahead.
Y'all about Shim Y'all Shabraki up.
How about Shim Y'all Shabraki? Yeah.
Blow one more time.
Bet your neighbors hate your ass.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Oh well.
Hey, hold on. This is a little bit. Make sure these lined up now. All right, let's put this down.
Don't blame me. I mean, don't be mad at me. Be mad at the Most High. I'm just doing my job.
Oh, it's good. We got it.
I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay.
That's right.
Let's teach class, blow them trumpets, and you feel me? Do the services of the Most High. That good? All right. Now we're gonna give a one courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yad Matah. Now we're gonna start turn the paces, sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Atan by Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yad Matah. Class dismissed.